Hello, this video is about introductions in Spanish, and we're going to look at the informal way of introducing and asking names as well as the formal way. Informal is used when you're talking to a friend, a relative, a colleague, family member. It's somebody who is pretty much at the same level as you are, about the same age or the same type of authority. And ways of asking how they're called or their name, you can ask ¿Cómo te llamas?, which is what's your name. ¿Cuál es tu nombre?, which is also what's your name. ¿Quién eres?, who are you? And then you introduce yourself by saying Yo soy Ana. If your name was Ana, you say Yo soy Ana, because that's I am Ana. And if you want to ask the other person and like, what's your name? Like ¿Y tú? Means and you, like what's your name? So ¿Y tú? Would be just like asking and you. Here's an example of an informal introduction and its use. So this is a young boy, which is a school age child. So about the same level. So it's about informal. You could ask this boy, ¿Cómo te llamas?, if you're asking them for their name. Or you could ask, ¿Cuál es tu nombre?, which is what's your name. What you gotta remember is that the word tú is a representative of an informal way of communicating. And sometimes this word tú is reflected as te. When you ask, ¿Cómo te llamas?, next, we're going to look at formal ways of introductions. And this is used with adults, like somebody who's older than you or somebody who has more authority like you. For example, your boss or your teacher and your grandparents. And you could ask something like, ¿Cómo se llama usted?, which is what's your name. ¿Cuál es su nombre?, what's your name. ¿Quién es usted?, which means who are you. Y usted, which means and you. And here I'm going to highlight this word usted. Usted is this formal word of addressing a ma'am or a sir, but in a general form. So usted marks this authority, respectful way of talking to somebody. This is an example of how to use a formal introduction. Like you're seeing a neighbor walk by and you want to ask them for their name. This person is older than you and therefore has some sort of more authority than you, and you got to show them your respect. So you're not going to just say, ¿Cómo te llamas?, because that's a little informal and somewhat unrespectful. You would ask, ¿Cómo se llama usted? And here we see again the word usted, which grants respect to the person who you're talking to in a formal form. Or you can ask, ¿Cuál es su nombre? In this question, we're using this word su, which also shows formality and respect towards the person you're talking to. The use of usted or the word su represents formal ways of addressing a person. So it shows your respect. Remember, we use formal introductions when we're talking to somebody who has more authority than us. For example, a boss, a teacher, a parent, a grandparent. And it marks giving respect to the person you're talking to.